Hey guys, TAK here, and today I'm here to talk about keeping plants and plant tips from myself. Today I'm going to just start off with saying all my plants I've ever had, like every single plant, usually dies, but in this tank it's a miracle. Like none of my plants have died, and you know, it's amazing. Alright, so now first tip I'm going to give, just keep a lot of plants. Plants help like nitrates and stuff like that. So, nitrate levels will like hurt some fish, like German blue ram cichlids, which I got one of those in there. It's pretty good to have a plant in your tank if you have like discus, because they are super shy fish. So, they have pretty good benefits. And also they do actually look really good if you can actually play your cards right. Like you can use them in aquascaping and stuff like that. You can look that up. I even have driftwood tied to my plant. That looks pretty cool. And yeah, but in this tank, all my plants have not died yet, and I've even had dying plants growing back. Like the first day I got this one, I pruned off about 3 dead leaves, and about a couple weeks later, it's already thriving. But yeah, the pH level in this tank is about 6, so I think they do better in average pH level between 6 and 7. It depends on where your plant's from. Like if it's a South American plant, it's kind of want to be about 6 or 7 because it's acidic, and in the Amazon it is pretty acidic. But yeah, Also, if the kind of fish you have does depend on what plants you should get. Like if you have Anubias plants, like those are really strong plants. Like if you have an Oscar and you want something to put it in with, like plant-wise, get an Anubias plant, because the leaves, they're super hard to rip off for fish, and also it does look pretty nice, and they are really hardy. So it's also good if you're a beginner plant keeper. Anubias plants were the first plants I've ever had, and I have not had one died yet. So. And also be careful of where you get your plants too. Like if you get your plants from like your local pet store, just kindly ask them, hey, do they have snails in them? Because snails can be a really bad infestation, and they can be really hard to get out of the tank. But you can actually get them in a cylinder container at PetSmart and Petco. Some Petco stores, especially the one in my area, even has an aquarium stocked with plants. This one here, the one I was talking about, the one with the pruned leaves, that one was actually a pretty good selection, and yeah, you can also get floating plants, but in my state they don't sell those because those have been released to the point to where they're super common. So they do allow certain plants in stores, but it depends on the state you're in. So yeah, try and keep your aquarium temperature at about 72 to 80 degrees. That'll actually help the plant live, because they are tropical plants for aquariums, and if the plant dies, I'd look into the ammonia level or the temperature or what's in the tank with it. So yeah, just be sure to do that if that happens. And you also can keep pond plants with your fish, like in the aquarium, but I'd be pretty careful about what pond plants you get or where you get them from, because the snail infestation and stuff like that, like you don't know what's in the aquarium with it or what it has. So, and also another thing, don't keep your plants with goldfish unless you're gone for the weekend, you have nothing else to feed it, because since goldfish are herbivorous, they will eat the plants too. So keep that in mind. I have a goldfish, and I left him with a Anubias plant. Oh, not an Anubias plant. It was a Java fern. I left him there with that for the weekend, and just to see what would happen. And I only found the roots after that. So I bet he found it pretty good, but I just blown off like $3 right there. But yeah, price ranges depending on which plants you get. They can be small plants for about $3 something, and they can usually range around $12, like just in a cylinder container from PetSmart or Petco. It really depends on your area. So, yeah. Also, I do have a moss ball. I'll just move this here. I don't know if you can see that. It's a moss ball. These are really cool. These actually, they do grow back, but they do it very slowly. But you know, you have to like play with. You have to take it out of the tank and play with it every so often just to make sure it keeps alive. You don't want it to let it settle for too long because it will kind of start to die a bit. But I'd suggest about you know, once every 3 or 4 weeks, at least a month, once a month, just to make sure it doesn't settle too much. So yeah, you know, fish love plants. They're pretty good hiding spots for fish, and they'll even thrive if you have the proper conditions. So, you know. But, yeah, you know, they're really helpful. They help control nitrate levels and, you know, make fish happy. But, yeah, just be sure to subscribe for more videos, and comment if you want any specific videos on specific things, or if you have any questions or comments. If you have any video requests, just be sure to type in the box below, right? Comment box, you know, that box. It's wonderful. Helps so many people. Or you can just message me, you know, that works too. Alright, see you guys. Hope you liked the video and found it useful.